Teresa with Becozi.com is here. Becozi.com and Becozi.net, it's American website with the biggest collection of chunky yarns for hand and arm knitting. Today we will be using our velvet yarn. We have many different colors available. This is olive, navy blue. We have beautiful bright colors like blue and hot pink. This is our best sellers. Our new color is orange, is amazingly bright and beautiful. We also have gray color and mint, so many different colors. So velvet yarn is perfect for making rugs. You can see this little rug here. It's perfect for making cat beds like that, and it's also good for making lumber pillow like this one. I showed it in one of my previous videos, so if you go to Becozi channel on YouTube, click on videos list, and you will see all my, I think it's almost 220 videos now. So one of the recent videos showing how to make this lumber pillow is with our pink velvet yarn. And today there is also a video showing how to make this cat bed. And today I will be using this beautiful mint color. It's a kind of neutral color because it's muted mint. And we will be making this beautiful hand crochet rug. It will be round rug made with hand crocheting pattern, as I said. And here is a sample of our yellow hand crochet rug. We have a lot of our old velvet yarn on sale now because it wasn't as soft and stretchy as our new colors. So go to our website if you want to buy our plush and lush velvet yarn. It's 30% off, but it still will make you extremely beautiful rugs. And if you like weighted blankets, it's perfect for a very heavy and beautiful weighted blanket. But today we will be making this beautiful circular rug. You will need 2 skeins of our soft and stretchy velvet yarn, and this is 2.2 pounds skein. 2 will give you about 4.5 pounds, and 4.5 pounds will make this rug. It's about 30 to 32 inches in diameter. So if you have our yarn, if you bought it at Becozi.com, it's not sold in any craft store, by the way. You can only buy it on our website. Let's get started. Okay, guys, let's get started. So we will be using this beautiful mint color. Let's find the end of the yarn, and then we will place the yarn in front of us like that. And this is the tail, the end, and this is working yarn. Working yarn goes on the top to make a loop, and now we insert our hand inside the loop, grab working yarn and pull it out. Now grab these 2, working yarn and the tail, and pull it down and pull loop up. So you just made your first stitch. It's a little bit bigger than we need, so we will pull working yarn down and make it about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches between there. So what we are doing next? You insert your left hand inside this loop, and then you're grabbing working yarn and pulling it out to make a stitch number 2. See, I have 2 stitches now. They're the same size, and now I will make the third one, holding my left hand on the bottom of the loop, and then inserting my hand, grabbing working yarn and pulling it out. So here we are. We made our 3 stitches, and now we will be making a simple crochet stitch. We will keep our right hand inside the last stitch, and now we will be going with our right hand inside this first stitch over here, guys. Okay, so not the second but the first one. So working yarn is going to the left, and you inserting your hand inside this first stitch, grab working yarn and pull out the yarn to make second stitch. So now you have 2 stitches on your right hand, grab working yarn and pull it through these 2 stitches. So you just made a single hand crochet stitch, okay? So you keep your right hand inside the last stitch, and we are going inside this stitch, first stitch where we just went before that. So we will be going here 6 times total. That was our first time. Now this is second time. Go inside, make a loop, then grab working yarn and pull it through 2 stitches. That's our second single crochet stitch. 1 and 2. So now we are going in the same opening here in the first stitch, third time, hand is inside the stitch, make a loop or a stitch, grab working yarn, pull it through 2. We have 1, 2, 3 stitches now. Now keep crocheting, keep making single crochet 3 more times. This tail can go to the right to be out of the way. So we are inserting our hand inside the same opening, grab working yarn, make second stitch, and then grab working yarn and pull it through 2 stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches now. This one you're not counting, it's your working stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go inside, make simple crochet stitch 5th time, and now 6th time. So here we are. We're not counting working stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We made 6 stitches and we made this beautiful flower. Turn it on another side and pull the yarn to connect the flower into the tight flower that we would not see the middle opening. Here we are. And at this point you can actually hide or tuck in the tail on the back, that it wouldn't be on your way. You are simply tucking it in underneath the stitches and hiding it like that. So here we are. If you want, you can sew the last stitch here with the needle and thread when you're done, or just keep it like that. So we have 6 stitches. What we're doing now, we're placing our marker on the last stitch, and now we are making 2 single crochet in every of 6 stitches. So this is the stitch, first stitch. This is not the stitch, so don't count it and don't go inside of it. So we're going inside the stitch. Hand is inside the last stitch, going inside the stitch, not underneath 2 part of the stitches, but underneath the outside part of the stitch. And then grab working yarn, make second stitch, grab working yarn, pull it out through 2. Now we're going in the same stitch second time, and we just made 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. We are doing the same in the next one. We're making 2 single crochets in the second stitch. Then we're doing the same in the next 4. This way we are increasing our number of stitches from 6 to 12. And we have that marker that is showing us where our first stitch was. So here we are, 2 single crochet, and now you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is our last stitch, and we will move the marker and make 2 more stitches to make it 12. Let's see. Here we are. We have a second layer of the flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and this is 12. So we have 12 stitches now, guys. And what we will be doing in the next row, we will be, first of all, we will move marker to the last stitch. And now we will be knitting again the back side of the stitch, only we will be not knitting, sorry, crocheting. We will be crocheting single crochet in one stitch and then 2 single crochet in the second. So in the previous row we were making 2 single crochet in every stitch. In this row, 1 single, 1 double, 1 single, and then 2 stitches in the same in the next one. And when you're doing it, spread out the yarn, because when you're making 2 stitches in when we're making 2 stitches into one, it kind of make a corner over here, so you will need to spread out the yarn to keep the rug even and round. Okay, so make sure to do it. So next one, 1 single crochet and then 2 in 1, and that's what we will be doing but to the end of this row. I love this color. It's so beautiful. It's very kind of muted mint color. It's kind of neutral color. It will look beautiful perfectly in any room with any colors. Very beautiful color. Here you go. We are almost done with our row. Here we are. We're making 1 single crochet and then we will make 2 single crochet in this last stitch. 1 and 2, and now we will place our marker on the last stitch. Here we are. So what are we doing next, guys? The next row we will keep the pattern. The only difference will be that we will be making single, single, double. We were making in the previous row single, double. Now we will be making 2 singles and double. Okay, so single, single, and then double stitch. And that's what will be the whole row. Again, spread it out that it would look nice and round, and then keep knitting the same pattern. Single, single, double. By doing this way, we are increasing number of stitches, and you can see that the rug is growing, but it's growing very nicely and it looks beautiful if you follow this pattern. So here we are almost done with our first skein. As I said, those skeins are 2 pounds each. They're actually a little bit more than 2. They are like 2.2, some of them 2.3, because it's 1 kilogram, and in pounds it's a little bit more than just 2. It's 2.2. Anyway, we're almost here, so we're making 2 doubles. I mean 2 stitches in one, or 1 double, and then spread it, see, and then we're making 1 and 2. So now we are moving our marker, and the next row, guys, will be single, 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 double. So as you can see, we're increasing with 1 stitch at a time in every row. 1 single, 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 double. It was single, single, double, 2 singles, now it's 3 singles. So the same way, guys, we're using the back side of the stitch. 1, 2, and 3. Why we're using the back side of the stitch? Because this way we have this beautiful line over here. See, it's going from this flower all the way around. If we would be using the whole stitch, it would look completely different. So now double stitch in the next one, and then spread it in the same way. 3 singles. And now, after that, I will actually show you, let me do 2, and I will show you how you would connect the yarn, velvet yarn, to make it look nice and beautiful. So what we are doing, we have 2 skeins, ends of 2 skeins. We are taking out some of the filling on one side, and then pull the yarn up, and then you insert in this part inside of this guy, and try to see there is this seam where the yarn was connected. So what are we doing? We are connecting the yarn like that. See, so you pulling it in. Okay, so now when we have our yarn inside, we will be pushing it inside until you feel that the end of the yarn touches this filling inside. The seam is over here for both ends. And now we're taking the thread and the needle with the very similar color, and we are simply sewing this yarn, these 2 skeins together. That is the easiest way to do it, and this way you will not see the connection much on the finished product. Another way, you can take out the filling from both ends and then make a simple knot with the tube yarn on the top. That's possible too. And on a rug you can easily hide that knot in the middle, but this one, it looks much more professional when it's finished. So here we are. We just connected the yarn, cut the thread, and here we are. See, it's in the middle of the yarn, but we will hide it when we are knitting the rug between the stitches. No, sorry, not knitting, crocheting. So what are we doing now? So it was 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 2 single. This is 3rd single, and you can see already that our connection is in between of the stitches, so you will not see it at all. So now we're making double, and then we will continue our pattern to the end of the row. Okay guys, so we are ready with row number 4. You can easily count the rows by these lines over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 rows. And the rug is about 24 inches after 4 rows. And you saw when I connected it, it was about 3 inches smaller. So if you want to use just 1 skein, it will give you a rug about 22 inches. And then we will keep crocheting because we still have half of the skein left. And the next row, guys, will be exactly the same. So starting this row, we will be knitting the same, crocheting, I'm sorry. We will be crocheting the same pattern, 3 singles and then 1 double, okay? It's after 4th row, 1, 2, 3, 4. You will always need 3 singles. You will always crochet 3 singles and 1 double. And this way the rug will be expanding and it will be doing it nicely. So I will be crocheting this way until I use all my, it's almost 4.5 pounds of yarn on 2 skeins that I showed you at the beginning, okay? And then I will come back and I will show you how I am finishing the rug, okay? So keep crocheting until you're done with all of your 2 skeins, and then I will come back. Okay, guys, so we are almost done with our yarn. This is the end, and our rug is now about 30 inches wide, so in diameter. So what are we doing now? We are keeping our hand inside the last stitch, insert it in the previous one, grab working yarn and pull it through 2. Okay, so you are not making an extra stitch. Let me show you again. So usually we are making stitch and then pulling the working yarn through 2. When we're finishing, we're keeping our hand inside the last stitch, go inside the previous stitch, and then pull yarn through like that. What are we doing now? We are taking this tail and we are going with this tail underneath this next stitch, both part of it, like that. And then we are making a kind of like another loop, and we're going underneath the previous stitch. So see this one stitch that we're making, this is the next stitch, this is previous. So we are going underneath 2 part of the stitch here. So here we are. We connected it very nicely. We just created extra stitch. You will not see it. And now you can just simply turn it on another side, and you can weave in or hide it or tuck it in anywhere you want. Let me turn it in. Again, if you want to sew the yarn with the needle and the thread, that it would be holding better, it's also okay. And also I usually remove this extra filling and covering the opening with the yarn like that. It's easier to tuck in the yarn then underneath any stitch here on the back, and then you will not really see it like that. So this is the back of our beautiful rug. You can use it this side up, and this is the top. Let's take the marker off. So here we are. We have a beautiful rug. It's about 30, even 31 inches wide, with 2 skeins of mint color of our velvet yarn. So get this yarn at Becozi.com and stay warm and Becozi. Hey guys, Larissa Koidekir with Becozi.com is here. 2 years ago in September, I published my book that called Hand Knitting. I created hand knitting style at the end of 2015, and last year, actually 2 years ago, I wrote a book. It was printed. This book tells you what hand knitting is, the story of my company Becozi, and also we have a few amazing patterns, and every single step how to hand knit is shown in this book. This book is sold at Becozi.com and on Amazon. And Amazon you can also buy a Kindle version. So go get this book for yourself or for your loved ones. Thank you.